All right, whenever you watch this in whatever time capsule you're in, this is January 21st, 2020, and it's a new day, it's a new 2021. Oh my God, got cut, start over again. It's January, here's 21st, 2021. So that's 2021. And it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and I'm feeling good. Let's start in Ishvarasana. If that date doesn't ring to you, we have a new president of the United States. It's a good thing. Ishvara, the Hindu god of creation, star pose. Its beginnings are supposedly auspicious, and I think they are. So we're going to start out in the pose of creation, and we'll do a little bit of a belated New Year's intention, resolution kind of thingy. Actually, let's start with our hands on our hips so you can establish your legs. Turn your feet inward and tighten through your thighs and lift your pelvic floor. Muladhara Bandha, squeezing the muscles of your pelvic floor up. Keep those muscles contracted and add your arms. Palms up. You're aware of the line from your heart to your middle fingertips. And then add the Ujjayi breath to it, yawning in through your nose, filling abdomen to upper lungs, sighing out through your nose, emptying upper lungs to abdomen. Inhabit your whole body. Feel every part of your body. And then set your intention for your body. Think, I'm symmetrical, I'm strong, I'm healthy. As I head into this new year, I'm going to have a healthy, strong, balanced body. Then resting your hands back on your hips, take a breath or two just to feel how that one simple little pose has already shifted your reality a little bit, maybe. Hopefully. Pressing forward with your chest. Lift through your groin. Pivot from the top of your leg bone, not your mid-back. As you come into an easy Parsvatasana, soft knees, heavy head, heavy arms. Release your neck a little bit by shaking your head no. Shaking your head yes. Shaking your head no. And shaking your head yes. While you're in this inversion, feel the full length of your spine. As you inhale, feel your spine lengthen. As you exhale, let your spine relax. Then feel the soles of your feet. Bend your knees a little bit. Press into your feet. As you inhale, your hands up to the ceiling. And center in Anja Mudra, Heart Mudra. Opening back into Ishvarasana. Star pose, pose of creation. Resting your hands on your hip, turn both feet to the left and face the left. Imagine you're up on a balance beam like a gymnast. Instead of just standing there, really feel where the center of your balance is. Ideally, technically, your left heel is lined up with the arch of your back foot, so your feet form a T shape. Pulling back through your hips, stretch your left hamstring. Let your back stay relaxed. It's all left leg that you're after. For those who are a little more flexible, you can drop your fingertips to the ground, and you're pulling back through your left hip, lengthening your left leg. Parsvatasana. Then walk your hands to the front center, bringing your feet parallel. And just for a second, again, drop down into Parsvatasana. Heavy elbows, heavy head, spine lengthening with inhalations. Actively pressing into your feet. Inhale your hands up to the ceiling and center in the heart mudra. Opening back into Ishvarasana. Let's take it formally again. Muladhara Bandha, tighten the muscles of your pelvic floor, squeezing your pelvic floor up into your body. And add Svadhisthana Bandha, the navel, squeezing your navel against your spine, tightening the abdominal muscles. Then reach a little wider with your hands. Resting your hands on your hips, turn the other way this time. Turn both feet to the right. And as silly as it is, in this simple position, feel your balance. Equal weight on both legs. Pull back through your hips as you lead with your chest. You take the forward bend over your right leg. Stretching your right hamstring. Don't bend your right knee to get to the ground because this is for your hamstring. So if your hands don't come to the ground, keep your hands up on your thigh. Pull back a little further through that right hip. And bringing your feet parallel, walk your hands to the front center. Relax in the forward bend for a few breaths or at least one full breath. And actively pressing into your feet, the inner edge of your feet. Inhale your hands up and center in the heart mudra. Opening into the star pose. Again, turning to the left. We'll take it from Parsvatasana, the forward bend over the left leg. Into the drop-kneed warrior. Right knee drops to the floor. Palms together. If you need a pillow under your knee, you could do that. If you want to be formal here, your thumbs are crossed, fingertips are touching. Take it up into a back bend and find the front of your right hip joint. Stretch your right quad, your right hip joint. And walk your hands back to the front center. Pressing into the inner edge of your feet. Inhale up, center, and open. Turning in the opposite direction. Parsvatasana, one-legged forward bend. And into the drop-kneed warrior. Left knee drops down, palms together. Take it up into a little back bend. And then just sit down. Interlacing your fingers at your ankles, massage your spine, rock and roll. Warm up your spine. Resting both your head and your feet on the ground. Open your arms at a right angle and loosen your lower back by rocking your hips and knees in a big, loose, comfortable arc from side to side. Make it actually feel good. Then interlacing your fingers behind your head, hold on to your head and take your upper back through its range of motion side to side. Continuing to hold your head, touch your right elbow to your left knee and hold it there. And your right leg lifts off the ground, straightening it. Drive all pressure into your left abs. Then into the right abs. Touch your left elbow to your right knee. And then both elbows to both knees. We counter in the first position, a fish pose, rocking your arms under your body, palms down, legs straight, feet touching. Touch your feet together and flex your ankles. Pull your feet towards your shins as you press your calves into the ground. As you're pressing your calves into the ground, see if you can lift your heels off the ground. Then isolate your chest muscles. Press your elbows and forearms into the ground as you press your chest to the ceiling. Ankles are still flexed, calves pressing down. And we'll take the first observation point, taking your arms out from under your body. For a couple of breaths, feel how good it feels just to watch your breath, allowing your body to simply relax. Then we'll take it up the spine, lower back, mid-back, then upper back. Walk your feet into your heels. And again, open your arms at a right angle to your body. Crossing your right leg onto the top of your left leg, knees resting together. Swing your hips a few inches to the right and move your left buttocks literally into the center line. You drop your knees over to the floor on the left. And then maybe wiggle around a little bit. Get actually comfortable so you can allow your body to become passive as your breath becomes active. Yawning in through your nose, fill your right side with air. Sighing out through your nose, empty your right side. Be greedy on your next inhalation. Fill your right side as fully as you can, and when it's completely filled with air, hold that breath for a while. And then let all that pressure out. We'll take Paravarta Asana to the other side. Left knee on top, hips swing left, knees drop right. Fill and empty your left side with air. Yawning in through your nose, sighing out through your nose. You take a particularly deep breath in. Hold that breath for a while. And release it. Uncrossing your legs. Again, take the Feldenkrais rock. Rock your knees, hips, and pelvis in a big loose arc from side to side. And we'll take our upper backs through their range of motion. Holding on to your head, take your upper back side to side in the biggest motion you can. And touching your right elbow to your left knee. Hold it there and lift your right leg off the ground, pointing through the right foot. This is all abs and no neck. Side two, other side. Both sides. And again, we'll counter in fish pose. This time we'll take the full fish pose, unless you have neck problems in which you don't want to go past the first stage, which is this: calves and elbows pressing down, chest pressing up. Your hands are under your buttocks. If you're going to take the full pose, don't just slide your head in. Come up on your elbows and look at your big toes. Then pressing your chest up to the ceiling, use your arm strength to lightly touch the top of your head to the floor, flexing your ankles. If you don't have any difficulties with your upper back or neck, take the full fish pose. Take your arms out from under your body and bring your hands to your heart. You come out of the pose by grabbing the sides of your thighs with your hands and pressing into your elbows. Look at your big toes. And then release your neck by holding onto your head and looking around the room. Again, coming into Shavasana, hands down by your side for a few breaths. Simply observe. Then we'll take the spinal twist, Paravarta Asana, up into our mid-backs. Hug your knees into your chest, fingers interlaced at your shins. And little by little, pull your thigh bones into your rib cage, literally bending your rib cage. You lengthen your neck by lifting your head off the ground and lightly placing it back onto the ground. Then pull your knees in even closer. Bend your ribs a little more, literally. Keeping your knees into your chest. Open your arms at a right angle to your body, palms down. Pressing your palms into the ground, drop your knees over to your left elbow. You turn your hands palms up. Then shift your focus of attention to your mid-back where you feel the twist. Move your mid-back with your breath. Yawning in through your nose. Sighing out through your nose. Then we'll switch sides. Press your palms down into the floor and switch sides. Knees to your right elbow. Hands turn palms up. Head turns slightly left. Move your mid-back with your breath. Yawning in through your nose. Drop your feet back to the flat center and bring your hands back down by your hips into Shavasana. And fiercely tighten every muscle in your body, both fists, both feet, buttocks, shoulders, facial muscles, head pressing into the ground. Be fierce, really work, tighten every muscle in your body, and then completely quit. If you didn't have a half an hour to do yoga, and you did just this much yoga, it's a complete practice in itself. Notice how you feel just from doing a few standing poses and spinal twists. Nice, relaxed, balanced feeling in your body. Let's take it up to our necks. Roll onto your side, come on up to sitting. I'm going to sit on a bolster and pad my feet with a blanket. I got to do my obsessive compulsive thing and line my head up. I'm good with the center of that graphic, or you might explode. There we go. Michelle's rolling her eyes right now, rightfully so. Oh, come on, it's good. I would have rolled my eyes too. Heavy from the waist down, hollow from the waist up. If you sit on a pillow, it's going to tilt your legs forward and it's going to relieve pressure off of your lower back. Go back to the Ujjayi breath. Tip of the tongue resting behind your upper teeth. Yawning in through your nose, filling abdomen to upper lungs. Sighing out through your nose, emptying upper lungs to abdomen. Lift your chest super high. Keep your breastbone actively lifted as you exhale your chin to your chest. Keep your breastbone actively lifted as you slowly swing your head to the left, circling up as you inhale. Exhale your right ear to your right shoulder and your chin to your chest. Then do that 2 more times, circling up to the left as you inhale. Circling down to the right as you exhale. Now 1 more time. Shoot energy up through your fingertips as your hands lift to the ceiling. Center in the heart mudra and interlace your fingers. The thumb tips stay pressed together as you press your palms to the ceiling. Forearms intensely pulling apart, hands intensely pressing up, shoulder blades dropping. Find your outer rib cage by exaggerating your breath in the side of your ribs. Then surprise yourself. Go up 2 more inches and take it up into a back bend. Hands resting comfortably. Take a super deep breath in. Chest lifting. Exhale your chin to your chest. This time swinging to the right. Circle up, inhaling. Left ear to left shoulder. And chin to chest. And 2 more times. Inhale your hands up into the extension, centering in Anjali Mudra. This time as you interlace your fingers, put your other index finger on top, probably the left, press up to the ceiling. Forearms intensely pulling apart, hands intensely pressing up. Take it up into a little bit of a back bend. And switch your legs. Other leg to the front. Dropping your left arm down, reach behind your back with your right hand. I'm the mirror opposite of you on this one. Grab above your left elbow joint and wrap your fingers around the upper arm. Pulling down on your left arm, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And feel that stretch from your left ear to your left middle finger. Ease off of it a little bit and then take it a little further. Side 2, you reach behind your back with your left arm, grabbing above the right elbow. If you can't grab your elbow or upper arm, you can grab onto your wrist or hand. Right earlobe to right middle finger. Feel that stretch. And we'll take it to the upper back, to the rhomboid muscle. Lift your left arm and grab above the left elbow joint with your hand. Wrap your fingers around. Look as far to the right as you can. Look to the wall behind you and pull your left arm out of its socket. You're targeting the muscle right between your shoulder blade and your spine in the upper left back. Move it with your breath, yawning in through your nose. Then surprise yourself. Take that twist a little further. Really open up your upper left back with your breath. And shake out your wrists. Side 2, grab the other arm. Look all the way behind you and pull your right arm out of its socket. We counter in reverse plank, walking your hands behind you, feet touching. People take this pose both ways with the fingers forward and the hands back. I find with the fingers forward, it targets the front of the shoulder joint more, but people do this both ways. Take it up into reverse plank. If you're a freak, press your feet to the floor. Lower back onto both sitting bones. Flex your ankles and up into Dandasana, staff pose. Surprise yourself. Lift your rib cage 2 inches higher. Pivoting not from your mid-back, but from the top of your leg bone. Take it into Parsvatasana, forward bend. Holding onto your big toes with your fingers or your ankles or your calves, whatever you can hold on. Look up. Lead with your chest as you pull into the forward bend. Literally moving your lower back with your breath. Your hands lift you back up into the staff pose. One more time. Cross your legs naturally. And we're going to move through the entire body with 3 thoughts. Start with the breath. Yawning in through your nose, sighing out through your nose. Visualize prana, golden energy, light streaming from your heart to your fingertips, and light up your chest, arms, and hands. Visualize energy in the form of golden light streaming from your navel down through your hips and thighs, down into your calves, ankles, and feet. In your mind's eye, light up your lower body. Visualize energy in the form of golden light streaming from the bottom tip of your tailbone to the crown of your head. Light up your spine and your brain. And with a diffuse awareness of your entire body while sitting, feel how good it feels to sit and just observe and breathe. Let's take this relaxed state into a sun salutation. Come on up to standing. And if you want to be formal, if you have the ability in the room that you're in, face the sun. Start with your feet. Find your feet. Spread your toes and rock toe to heel. Coordinating with the breath, you inhale your hands up into extended mountain. Long, slow exhalation, swan dive into Uttanasana, forward bend. Your right foot lifts to the ceiling, inhaling. Step back into the lunge, exhaling, and drop your right heel to the floor. Pressing into your left foot, up into Warriors One. Open your right arm behind you, Warriors Two, left arm in front. Touch your right knee with your right hand and stretch your right groin in the reverse warrior. And exhale back into the lunge. Step back into plank pose and take a few little push-ups and hold the plank pose for maybe a breath or two. Bent elbows, head lifted. Resting your knees on the ground, point your feet out straight, back into child's pose. And then swing up over the top. Come up onto your hands. Look up at the ceiling and lower down. Pubic bone, navel, chest, and forehead. Touching your big toes together. Lift your head as high as it will lift, but let your arms stay relaxed. Lift your head a little higher and look as far to the left as you can look. And look as far to the right as you can look. Relax your forehead back to the ground and re-anchor your hips. Push your pubic bone into the ground, and this time lift your head a little higher. Pressing into your hands, come up into Cobra pose, look up. And again, lower out a vertebra at a time. Your feet separate and turn under, push up into plank pose, and walk your hands back into down dog. Pressing your left heel to the ground, lift your right foot to the ceiling and step it through to your right hand. Left heel drops, Virabhadrasana 1, Virabhadrasana 2, reverse Virabhadrasana. Bring your hands all the way to the ground so you get a little work. Stepping forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Back up into extended mountain and heart mudra. On the second side, we're going to move a little faster, one breath per movement. Start with an inhalation, elbows lifting, hands exhale down. You go up for the dive and take the dive. Left foot lunge, inhaling into Warriors 1, exhaling into Warriors 2, inhaling into Reverse Warrior, exhaling into the lunge. Inhaling into plank, exhaling into child's. This time sliding through your hands, press your hands in the ground, slide up into cobra, and counter exhaling in down dog. Left foot lifts, inhaling, and steps through. Warriors 1, inhaling. Warriors 2. Reverse warrior. Right foot stepping forward. Extended mountain. Heart mudra. Super deep breath in. Last time, go up for the dive, inhaling. Swan dive into the forward bend. Jump or walk into the plank pose, Vahisthasana. Balance on your right side, heels or knee to the ground. Balance on your left side. Coming onto your back. Fiercely tighten every muscle in your body. Leave no muscle untightened. Work a little harder. The idea is fatigue yourself. And then simply enjoy. We're going to finish up with Shavasana. So if it's cool in the room that you're in, you may want to put a blanket on your legs or a pillow under your knee. The main goal of yoga, the final goal, is to free you from habitual mind patterns, the incessant and habitual chatter of the mind. And to do that, you've got to make a decision. The decision that it's okay for you to be still for a little while, and that you have the right to slow down. So start with your intention. Say to yourself silently, mentally, I get to relax now. I don't have to think about the future or the past. I'm going to allow myself to relax right here, right now. Start by just focusing on your own breath without imposing any rhythm or depth on your breath. Just watch it come in and watch it go out. Let your imagination come into play. Let your imagination help move you into a relaxed state. Imagine it's a perfect early summer day and you're lying on a beautiful tropical beach under the sun at about 10 or 11 in the morning. It's not too warm and it's not too cool. The temperature is perfect. You can feel the warm golden rays of the sun shining on your body. Golden light from the sun penetrates your chest, flowing into your heart, filling your heart and bathing your heart in a relaxing, calming light. You can feel your heartbeat literally slowing down, your heart muscle literally relaxing. That light fills your heart to overflowing and spills out into your lungs, your chest, and your rib cage. You imagine that you're breathing in the clean, salty ocean air. You feel it cleansing and relaxing your lungs, easing your breath. Golden light flows in a continuous stream from the sun to your heart, filling your rib cage to overflowing, so that light starts to stream out into your shoulders and down into your elbows and arms and hands and fingertips. You see and feel your arms sinking into the warm sand beneath you. Golden light from the sun penetrating clear to the marrow of your arm bones. Take a moment to acknowledge the relaxation coming into your arms and hands, and know that it will deepen as you easily shift your awareness to your navel. You feel your abdomen inflating and deflating. Golden light streaming from the sun, flowing in through your navel and illuminating all of your abdominal organs as you allow all pressure and tension to leave your abdomen and lower back. Lying under the sun next to the sea, you can feel the weight of your buttocks, calves, and heels sinking into the sand. As golden light streams from the sun, penetrating clear to the marrow of your leg bones. You allow your legs to become heavy and limp as that warm golden light moves down into the soles of your feet and the tips of your toes. Arms and legs pleasantly anchoring you on either side. Go a little deeper. Feel the weight of your buttocks, your shoulders, and your head, allowing your torso, shoulders, and head to just sink into the earth. As a column of golden light coincides with your spine, lighting up your spine from the bottom of the tip of your tailbone to the top of your neck. You feel warm golden light lengthening and aligning your spine. Finally, feeling the weight of your shoulders and your head. You feel warm golden light shining onto your throat and your face. Healing light moves even into your skull, illuminating your brain, illuminating the inside of your head. And you become aware that healing energy is permeating and circulating through every cell of your body, head to toe. Rest in the healing light. feeling very refreshed, very relaxed. You can continue to relax here if you choose, or when you're ready, you can come on up to sitting and get on with your day. Thanks for checking us out. Namaste.